You might see an INFJ pouring their soul into a creative project or a cause they believe in, and then catch that same person geeking out over a scientific discovery or a philosophy book. Far from being a contradiction, this thinking feeler balance is exactly what defines the INFJ's genius. They care deeply about people's feelings and making the world better, and they use a keen, rational mind to do it. What also sets INFJs apart is the intensity of their inner world. Many INFJs say they have a rich imagination and an almost intuitive radar for meaning. In fact, to others, INFJs' insights can appear almost psychic, as if they just know things without being told. Of course, it's not magic. It's their dominant mental process, something called introverted intuition. Ni is like an internal compass that constantly collects and synthesizes information below the surface of awareness. INFJs notice patterns and symbolism that others might miss. They often think in images or metaphors and can predict outcomes or sense implications with remarkable accuracy. They're the friend who has a gut feeling about how a situation will unfold. And more often than not, that gut feeling is right. How the INFJ brain works differently. You might be wondering, is there really a difference in how an INFJ's brain works? Surprisingly, some research suggests yes. As natural introverts, INFJs and introverts in general actually show distinct patterns in the brain. For example, a study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that introverts tend to have a larger, thicker gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with deep thinking and decision-making. Extroverts in that study had thinner gray matter in the same region. This suggests that an INFJ's brain may literally be wired to devote more neural resources to abstract thought and reflection. If you're an INFJ who's always in your head, analyzing and daydreaming, it could be because your brain is built for that kind of intensive inner processing. Not only that, but INFJs also show unique brain activity when they focus. Neuroscientist Dario Nardi, who studied people of different personality types, discovered something remarkable about INFJs. When INFJ brains tackle a complex, novel problem, especially in a quiet environment, they often enter a Zen-like state. In this state, broad regions of the brain light up in unison, almost like the calm, synchronized brainwaves seen in experienced meditators. In practical terms, it means an INFJ can achieve intense focus and intuition when faced with a new challenge, as if everything else tunes out for a moment of clarity. Have you ever felt completely in the zone while working on a problem, and suddenly the answer clicks out of nowhere? That's the INFJ aha phenomenon at work. In fact, studies on insight problem solving show that right before an aha moment, the brain shows a burst of high-frequency activity, gamma waves in the right hemisphere. Essentially, your brain binding ideas together in a flash. INFJs live for these moments of insight. Their intuition, backed by that Ni superpower, gathers pieces of the puzzle quietly until the solution emerges, sometimes as a sudden vision or a strong hunch. It's no wonder INFJs are often big-picture thinkers. Their brains are literally geared to see connections and patterns holistically. By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the INFJ mind, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more psychology and personal growth content. Your support means a lot. Thank you. Deep empathy and sensitivity. One of the first things people notice about INFJs is their empathy. INFJs don't just observe how others feel, they absorb it. Walk into a room with tense, angry energy, and the INFJ in that room is likely picking up on it instantly, almost like an emotional sponge.